Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It's Foreign's the foodie.
And we are back.
We've been chatting for like an hour and a half.
Honestly.
We had been recording and then we stopped because we were just chatting.
We were like, what's the point?
The way we chat, someone will think we only talk once a week. But we speak every day.
Like, I didn't see you the other day.
We see each other.
Real life.
We speak every day. It's weird. I mean, it's not weird. It's love.
But sometimes in life, like, you just have to get it out. Do you know what I mean? Because life really be trying to beat your ass.
Beat your ass.
And you're like, do you know what? I have to get it out. Yeah. If not, the episode is not going to bang.
We're like a married couple. But I think we have less domestics. Do you know what? We have less domestics, but when we have domestics, they're domestics.
Yeah, capital D.
Remember we fought at
when? Oh, in Ireland.
Yeah.
That was so dramatic. That was so fucking dumb as well. Over alcohol.
We were all drunk.
Yeah.
That fueled the fire, quite literally.
We were actually so drunk.
Yeah.
Do you know that was so long ago?
I know, but it doesn't.
That's when I had my blonde hair.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that. That's when you
That's getting cut out.
For many reasons, it needs to be cut out.
Wait.
But so, guys, I'm drinking today for the first time in a long time. I'll try and find this Chardonnay. I couldn't find it before, but it's called Lindman's, and it's just a Chardonnay, and it is delicious. Like,
if you say so.
I'm more of a rosé kind of girl, Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, I'm a rosé red wine kind of babe. You couldn't pay me to drink a white wine,
but this is
unless it's a white Moscato.
This is really good.
Or Asti. Does that count as white wine? That's not really wine, is it? Is it?
No.
Is it?
But one thing is for sure, I'll have a lot of Asti in my fridge when I have
Do you have Asti?
I will when I...
Oh, yeah. What, for me?
Move out. I mean,
for me.
Whoever wants to drink it. Whoever comes.
I'll have a lot of Asti in my car on my way back.
So if someone comes and say, oh, no, this is for BD. Don't drink.
It is. Okay. I'm going to write my name on it.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, am drinking water. Look at this role reversal.
I know.
I've had a whole one of these. today, and this is half finished.
I love that. I love that for you. I love that for your colon. I love that for your liver. I love it for your coochie. I love it for all of you.
Because I'm a thirsty bitch. So today's documentary is Louis Theroux, Under the Knife. Okay, and first of all, this documentary is older than my mum. Okay.
But it's so unintentionally funny.
It's hilarious. As in, do you know what? I initially, because it's 2007, yeah?
Oh my God.
So I was literally like,
I didn't even have tits
this is
then.
a joke. But, huh?
I didn't even have tits then. Oh, I probably did. I was in secondary school. No?
I didn't have tits then. I don't have tits now. So, speaking of plastic surgery. So, it's just Louis Theroux, like, basically visiting different surgeons, yeah. It's hilarious. And I love him. There's so many points in this documentary that I was like, I love this man so much.
But do you know what? He's not, what was I going to say? I've forgotten. I'm so sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
That wine is hitting already. This is why you don't drink.
That's why I don't drink, guys.
So, we're at the offices of Stuart
I was
Linda.
going to say I've watched it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, between now and 2007, I'm sure you would have. So we're at the offices of Stuart Linda. We're on Rodeo Drive, and there's this lady who wants lipo and a boob job.
Linda is still about, you know.
I saw him. I went on his website. He hasn't aged. I mean, he's not aged terribly, but he doesn't.
I thought he looked okay. He looks a bit like a.
He has this video on his website, yeah.
Oh, okay,
and I was just like, I was like, babes, sort it out. Like it's like he's trying to do like a walk. It's like a.
Is it like Dr. Miami?
No, you know when you click on a video. You know when you click on a website, and like sometimes it'll have like a silent video that's like playing in the background, kind of.
Yeah. And
so that video is him. I'll try and screen record it and put it on our Instagram. And that video is him just like walking through the office, but like different camera shots, and it's just so forced. It's just so forced.
Do you know what? Yeah, Dr. Miami's unmatched because I would go to him for his social media presence alone, like
because he seems like good vibes. Dr. Linda's a dick, I would say.
Yeah.
He's actually a dick. Dr. Miami, he might be a dick, I don't know, but he doesn't come across as one.
He comes across as funny.
He comes across as good vibes.
Yeah.
So I've said here the surgeon's a bit weird, and he compares himself to Michelangelo. Is it Michelangelo?
Yeah, but like this is how they all are. Like even if you watch Botched, those two
yeah,
are weird
yes,
as well.
NASA and them man. there's a certain level of like, I don't know,
it's God like complex.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Because even Real Housewives of Miami, Lenny, he, the quote unquote boob god, they all just have this like feeling of superiority because like I make people's lives I mean, and obviously you're very like talented and not even talented but like skilled in what you do, so fair enough, good in that, but like I don't understand like why certain surgeons can't just be like good surgeons and just good people.
Be chill, I think it's the medical profession itself though. I say this as I'm married to a doctor. But
I mean, I've met some surgeons. Like, there's a couple surgeons that I've met, and then I'm like, okay, you're actually a good person, and you're a good surgeon. And it's funny because patients remember whether you were a good person before they remember whether you were a good surgeon. Like, I've had patients come back and they've had their cataract surgery, and like their vision is amazing, so much better than it was before. But the first thing they want to tell me is, oh, the surgeon wasn't nice, or oh, the surgeon didn't listen to me, or whatever. So obviously, like, to them, they're thinking, bro, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to help you see, and you can see. But to a patient, a human being, do you know what I mean? It's like when they say, oh, it's all about people will remember how you made them feel or whatever. It's that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I agree.
So you meet Adriana, who works there, and she basically runs the front office. She's had a tummy tuck.
Adrian Bailon. Is that how you say her name? Bailon?
She doesn't.
Wait, let me finish. She looks like her evil twin. Like in an alternate universe where...
I think maybe like her evil cousin from her dad's side.
Okay.
So you know they're not that close. She's had a tummy tuck. She's had her breasts redone, which, like, fine, whatever, And when you look at her tummy tuck, I am no plastic surgery connoisseur, but I looked at her belly button and I was like, this is a tummy tuck belly button.
Yeah, but they all have it, don't they?
Yeah. But this, remember, this was 2007.
Yeah.
So but now I'm sure things are a lot better.
I don't know, but you can always tell.
Yeah. What was shocking to me, though, besides the belly button, was that she said she was 26.
I screamed and gasped.
I screamed. I said,
screamed.
No, not the 26 that I was.
Literally.
Not that 26.
It can't be the same one.
It can't be.
She looks like
early 40s.
Like a 40s.
Just like she looks good for her early 40s.
Yeah. But she looks good because she's had the work done. Early 40s. Yeah.
Wild. Anyway, now we are with Nicholas Chugay, this Russian doctor. This guy, he looks like he has done his own plastic surgery to his face.
Yeah.
He looks like he trusts no one and he did it himself.
He did it himself.
And it shows.
Yeah. It looks like he did something to his eyes, so he couldn't really see what he was doing. Then he did the rest himself.
And he did it. He said, oh, probably somewhere around here. It's like, you know my friend kids, when like Jay gets Botox.
Yeah.
And then Michael gets Botox. He's like, you moved. That's what it looks like. He specializes in body sculpting surgery. And Louis asked the surgeon, what would you change, what would the surgeon change about Louis? And Louis is like, not Louis, the surgeon is like, oh, the projection of his nose is a bit, much, but overall he has really good features. And it's like, it's so crazy that like, there's just this idea that like big noses are bad.
Yeah.
And now we all just feel that way. Like, I'm sure there is a civilization somewhere where a big nose is like strong and good.
Greeks.
And they're looking at these dainty noses. Yeah. Do you know what? I know you don't watch Drag Race, but on this season, there's this drag queen called Anitra, and she has a big nose, but it's perfect. Like, it's like, as in, I love her nose on her face so much. Like, it's just perfect to me.
Yeah.
But ordinarily, going by like Western standards and stuff, a big nose is...
But there's some people that big noses really suit.
Yeah.
Me not being one of them, but...
Can't wait for pregnancy to get you. So there's this bit where Louis asks Dr. Chugay what he enjoys about his work, and he says,
you could not like your nose, have a big nose, and you can go and spend 3 years on a psychiatrist's couch, and you'd come out maybe liking your nose better. I can do that in one hour, and you'll like your nose better. So that's the magic of plastic surgery.
Do you know what? I wrote that down and I was like, fair fucking enough.
No, it's fair fucking enough, but like, operations come with the risk of complications. I feel like people just act like plastic surgery, oh, it's all like easy peasy lemon squeezing going. These are fucking operations. Like, things can go wrong, and then you would have wished you were in your therapist's office for 3 years.
That's true.
And ultimately, it's like, if there is an I'm not against plastic surgery. I just feel like if there is an underlying thing where you can discuss it and get to know yourself and love yourself and figure out your why, like what makes you hate this thing about yourself.
Yeah.
If you sort that out and you're like, do you know what? I'm at one with this thing. I still want the surgery. Cool. That's one less issue that you have in regards to your view of yourself or your self-esteem. Don't come and say, oh yeah, it's the easy way out. It's not. Surgery's not easy. Do you know what I mean? It's not just like all these TV shows make it like, oh yeah, it's so easy. Like quick 1-2 edit, you're in, you're out, and then that's it. Like bro, surgery's a big deal. Fam, you can end up like a plethora of celebrities that have had shit nose jobs or shit whatever. So he said that, and I was just like, yeah, okay, bro. Look at yourself. You are the one telling people, oh, you'll look better in an hour.
Oh, yeah, anyways, that'll be my true crime. So let me keep quiet.
Now we meet Steve Earhart.
He looks like that guy. I think you know.
I know who you're talking about. The Kendall person.
Yeah, but I think she is trans now. I'm
yes,
sure.
she is. Yeah, she is.
He looks like the Kendall before the transition.
I don't remember what her name is. Yeah.
It's the same guy. Just the same vibe, exact same vibe.
Yeah. Steve is a regular patient and what looks like a cash cow for Dr. Chuge.
You know the Ken cow, the Ken doll looks like. Have you seen this guy on TikTok that's always dancing with this girl, and then he'll be thrusting his hips, and people like sometimes mimic them.
I thought that's something I'd remember.
Okay, I will find this video and share it with you and post it on our Insta.
I don't know that I want to see.
You want to see it? It's
don't fuck up my algorithm, fam. So Steve has been getting surgeries for 15 years. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just because I'm laughing because I keep getting like Eastern European weddings.
Yeah, of course you fucking do. Yeah,
and it's because I watched one. Now they're always.
That's
coming.
what I'm saying. That's why I'm not watching it. Put it on our Instagram. I'll watch it from there. Don't come and mess up my perfectly curated algorithm, please.
Okay.
I beg. So Steve has been getting surgery for 15 years. And it shows. And it shows.
Don't think like, you can't tell. You can tell.
Even what's his name? Stevie Wonder can see. Ray Charles can see. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can see sans glasses. Yeah. So Steve has pectoral implants, which just look like boobs. Yeah. He's got bicep implants. He's got a bunch of stuff. He has
to all these pectoral. Why can't they see that these implants look like boobs? Everyone's like, oh, look at my pecs, and I'm like, sir,
your breasts.
This is a Wendy's. Like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Like. Guys, if you don't know the episodes, that's references.
Because, and this is why, you have to go to the therapist for 3 years. Because then you will acknowledge that, okay, cool. Because there's no way you in your right mind are looking at yourself and not seeing what I see. Because I see breasts and you see pecs. And you're telling me that that's okay. And the thing is that like because Louis, and again, love Louis to bits, because Louis like, don't you think that they look more like breasts? Yeah, because they do.
What? I think, and I don't want to misdiagnose anyone, but I think Louis is on the spectrum because why did you say that? No, because I refuse to believe that he, like, I don't know how to say this isn't. I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but. What made this whole episode funny was the fact that like he refused to acknowledge like people's emotional like reactions to the things he was saying. No, I don't think he refused to acknowledge. I just think that he was unable to acknowledge. And you know what I also think is that Louis was asking the questions that we needed. Yeah, but that's how he is. Yeah. I'm not saying he's not on the spectrum. I'm just saying I cannot conclude whether he is. Yeah, but he does. Louis was asking everything. There's so many points where Louis would say something and I was like, I agree. Yeah. Because what the fuck? I 100% agree. Literally, they're showing us the pecs / breasts. And in my head, I'm like, these are breasts. And Louis is like, don't you think they look like breasts? No, I 100% agree that he's asking what we need to. But even the ability to be like completely oblivious to the fact that he's so serious about it. He's not being snarky. He's not being rude. Yeah, like he literally is like just plain face. Literally, he's being not thinking this might be an awkward conversation. Literally, and that's why I'm like, bro. Because if it was me, even as I'm asking it, I'll kind of clock. It's social cues, isn't it? And that's what I'm saying. He doesn't pick up on them. I don't know if that's really his personality. I just think and that is why I love him. Like, or even like Stacey Dooley. Yeah, because it's refreshing. Yeah, Stacey Dooley will react to people. Like, literally, he's oblivious. Like, there's another bit he does it, and then I think
we'll get there. Yeah. It's just he reminds me of like a child. Like, you know, children are so honest.
Yeah.
And like brutally honest, and I kind of love it because it's like they've not yet like been conformed to the world and like society and like all these like politically correct and all that kind of stuff. They just 1 + 1 is sandwich, and they say, why is it sandwich? Do you get what I mean? So that's basically Louis. The guy though, Steve, and his breasts, like he does say like, you know, okay, you know, they're not perfect, but they're here. And he says, you know, he feels like if something bothers you, then you should be able to sort it out. And I'm like, okay, but don't these breasts bother you then? Or are we happy with them as is?
Child.
If we're happy with them as is, who am I to judge? Like, keep your breasts, But like, that's not what they were supposed to be. Yeah. So like, the doctor has not delivered what he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Right. So next we meet Crazy and Crazy. Laura and Eve,
Laura's not crazy. She just needs intensive therapy. Yeah, like the kind of therapy you go to where you sleep over and do it. That's what she needs. I don't know.
Eve though needs to be sectioned. I'm sorry.
Eve is just
Laura's
psychotic.
image consultant.
Yeah,
she is. Eve is a narcissist. Okay, anyway, we keep talking about Eve. Let's talk about Eve. Eve is Laura's image consultant, and she is.
Can you say Laura's job title, please? Because I think they say.
What is Laura's job title?
It was something to do with office warehouse administrator. So basically, I think they say it, because they're trying to say like, bro, like this woman is spending money that doesn't match.
She don't have.
Yeah, and obviously I'm not in her bank account, but the way Americans spread everything out on credit cards, I can only imagine.
But this was 2007. When did the thing crash again? Was it 2008? So everything was cool back then. She didn't know what was coming.
That recession must have hit her hard with all them bills unpaid.
But she had her breastises, so she was fine. I'm sure.
She was paying this babe $2,000.
Was she?
Did she not $2,000
for what? A month?
Image consultant for her work.
What, but $2,000 like total or just like per month?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Either way, whatever it is,
that
it's
is too much.
I'll be an image consultant, you know, if the job's going. I'll do it. Because Laura's getting plastic surgery because Eve said she should. And I was thinking to myself, is Eve getting a little kickback from the surgeon? Because what's...
If you're an image consultant, surely you should be able to consult me on like my dressing and this stuff. Why tell me to get plastic surgery?
Image.
Because obviously anybody's going to look good after they get, well, not all the time, but generally like the idea
but that's the aim.
Yeah, so really,
so
what's your job?
I'm giving you $2,000, let me give that to my surgeon. And you know what's annoying as well? It's like there's this scene where Laura's trying on clothes, and Eve's saying, "Oh yeah, see this is poking out. You're trying on clothes that do not fit you. That's why they look shit.
Maybe get
they
your
do
size.
Not suit you. That's why they look. Maybe get your size. And then, maybe get your size and maybe dress for your shape or something you're comfortable in. Yeah.
And you know what's so funny? Her body, there's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing was wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
What she needed was a stylist.
That's
because this image consultant shit wasn't doing anything.
There was nothing wrong with it. All she needed was a stylist because she was dressing like a primary school teacher that's been teaching year 4 for many years. Yeah.
But I went on holiday and wanted to wear some booty shorts.
Right.
She had it in some booty shorts. I love a booty short, but they have to fit.
They have to fit.
And we've said this on the podcast before, when your clothes fit, you are halfway there. You're actually halfway there. Like, when things fit you, when they're tailored, you're halfway there. Like,
child.
Eve is doing too much. And then we find out, that Laura just split up with her boyfriend of 8 years. On again, off again. They were engaged for a bit, now they're not. And Laura's basically like, her whole thing is, I'm single now. I want to be like, a bad bitch. And so at this point when she's doing this whole speech and getting emotional, Eve starts clapping. And again, Louis is me, because Louis is like,
I need to, take care of myself and move on.
Why are you applauding that?
Yay! I'm so proud of you. Yay! That was a big thing for Laura. It was a big step for her. Don't you start. Okay. I was crying last night. I get too close, huh? No, I love my guys.
Because for real, why was she applauding?
Who knows?
And Eve is a big weirdo because Laura starts crying, and Eve is like, "Oh, don't you start," as if like she's gonna start crying.
And she's like, she's been crying at all of yesterday. What the fuck are you crying for?
But then Eve was like, "Oh no, I love my life," as if like, "Oh look, like I don't have these problems." She says that, and I was just like, Eve, is it that you can't find Adam, or what is going on here? Like, you're actually moving crazy.
Not
you
Adam.
are a mad
She's really,
person.
really weird, man. She's
weird. She's
so
a big
strange.
weirdo. I wonder what she's doing with herself now.
I wanted to find Laura. Did you find Laura?
No.
I couldn't find
Did you find
her.
Eve?
No.
Anyway, she is a weirdo. Is
in summary.
We're back with Dr. Linda. And basically we're back with Adriana. And she has a lot of surgery, as we know. She also wants to get like lipo in her love handles, and she wants to get a nose job. Yeah.
I think the nose job is fair enough.
We're gonna get into the nose job later, because spoiler alert, she gets it, and I love it. So she basically wants to get lipo in her love handles, and what's his name? Louis is kind of like, you don't really need it, blah blah blah, and she's kind of saying, look, like, it's not about what other people think, like, it's about what I think, and I want to do it because I want to do it. And she's kind of trying to say it as if, like, it's not like I'm doing it for a man, or I'm doing it for the male gaze. I'm doing it because I want to. But I think why we need to go further is like, okay, but why do you want to? Like, what is it that's making you want to? You're doing it for you, okay, but why?
It's so true.
It's like it stems from something.
Yeah, because even I remember I was looking at pictures of my sister back in the day when I used to think I was so fat. Did I know the kg that was waiting for me in the future? But anyways, I was saying to my sister that I realised the reason why I was so uncomfortable with my body back then is because all my friends are slim. Mm-hmm. There was it's
relative.
Yeah, there was not one friend that was even remotely plump.
The same size as you.
Right. And then on top of that, like, at that time, being skinny was in. Like, think about college.
Yeah. It wasn't thick. It wasn't slim, thick.
Nobody cared about
whatever.
being thick or everybody was like, all the skinny girls, slim. That's what they were looking for. Nobody cared about booty, this, da. Now I see a lot more women who are my size. Yeah. And even if I go out, I still feel
I'm more confident
in myself.
As well.
And that is, like, I will not sit here and say that, even now, like, when I go out and I put makeup on, yeah, I'm married. But it's just like when Thingy's wife came out and said, I want to be attractive. People like I got it because
no, you wouldn't look like, you still want people to think you're a bad bitch.
Yeah, so
it's like, I know it, my man knows it, but like, hello.
So let's not all sit here and pretend we don't know why we ultimately get plastic surgery. We don't exist in a vacuum where society doesn't affect us or what's in doesn't affect us. Like, now that being, I guess, skinny in Hollywood is coming back, all the Kardashians are removing their implants. Like, at the end of the day, we're all affected by society. So, like, just
it all stems from something, and it's not to say that you're a bad person, or it's your fault or whatever. But like, it's just a bit naive to say, "Oh, I'm just doing it because I want to." Okay, yeah, but why do you want to? That's what we need to get into. That's fucking too gay. That's why surgery is important. That's why therapy is important. Like, speaking of Jugay, we're back with him. He has this patient called
Sorry. Because Adriana, when she was saying that she has love handles and Lou was like, no, you don't, she showed him like her jeans, and she was wearing those kind of apple bottom jeans, boots with a fur. Yeah.
Boots with the fur.
But then again, like, it was tight. So either way, you're going to spill over. And you just knew this was,
and it was low rise jeans as well.
Okay, it was a.
Do you know what my first thought was? When she did that, I was thinking, nowadays you'd be wearing high waisted jeans, yeah.
Nobody would see.
And right on up. And again, if your clothes fit, everything is fine. If those jeans weren't so tight, yeah, her skin wouldn't be pouring over the
Your skin's
going
to pour off once you wear. Anybody would have that if you're wearing jeans.
Exactly, that tight.
This is how you knew, or you know, it was 2007. Yeah, she was wearing like these low-rise boot-cut jeans, but not the kind of boot-cut jeans we wear now, like the apple-bottom jeans boots with the fur kind of boot-cut jeans, yeah. And then she was wearing this long, like, baby doll top. Yeah. And then, like, yeah,
it was very 2007.
Yeah, and then you just know the kind of bag she'd be carrying, and then she had a quiff.
Yeah, she had quiff.
Quiff. Somebody said quiffs are coming back on TikTok. I was like,
I had a quiff in 2007.
Who didn't? Someone said that they're coming back, and I was like, no, this is where I draw the line. Yeah, there's so many things that are coming back, but two things that I've heard are coming back: quiffs and dolly shoes. And I was like, no, I fucking draw the line. Yeah, like
at quiffs.
At quiffs and dolly shoes, like
dolly shoes.
A lot of things are coming back.
There's not even support. I'm sorry, I'm too old to be wearing dolly shoes now. I need the support.
You know, there's thick belts people wear over skirts and shit like that. Like, yeah, apparently those are coming back.
No, but they should do. No, but they should do.
You know, fashion repeats itself. Just the other day, my sister and I were like, yeah, naughty's fashion can never come back, and slowly.
No, but I thought it was coming back as like a joke.
No.
Not as like an actual like.
No, people are really like, if you look at these uni students, the way they dress.
Yeah, but it makes sense though, because that's their. It's let them have it. We had it. Do you know what I mean?
As long as people don't start wearing officer tie to the club.
That's never gonna happen.
But it happened for us.
Do you know what? Yeah, but I don't know if it's PTSD. I have not worn a pencil skirt in a very long time because I think I overdid it.
PTSD.
Fam.
It was the pencil skirt and the blazer, then the
blazer.
A particular kind of shoe. Like, you know the shoe I'm talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Why were we dressed like that? Then we were
all dressed like that.
With
It was the vibe.
With your BlackBerry, you look like you're going to an office meeting. What are you doing?
We were trying to get there before we got there. Now look at us. We're hating office meetings and we're hating work.
Scary times.
Let the young kids have it, fam. Let them do their thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Get down. So where am I now? Oh yeah. So now we're back with Dr. Chugay, and we see his patient Adrian Davidson, formerly Adolf something.
I don't know why they said that though. We didn't need to know that information.
They were being very shady because why? Is it because his name was Adolf? That's why they mentioned it. Because if his name was something else, they wouldn't have said.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's rebranding and you wouldn't let him just live. You baited out his government. Anyway, Adrian has had a pec operation, lipo, tummy tuck. Again, another one of Chugay's clients. Looks like he has breasts and not pecs, right? And at the moment that we meet him, he's about to get an arm implant too. Yeah. And at this point, I've put, I'm sorry, Dr. Chugay is a villain, and I'm convinced that he hates his patients.
Yeah, I hope he's not still
like, I understand it's 2007, but this is egregious.
This is really bad.
Really bad. We'll get back to his results later on in the documentary. For now, though, we are with David Amron, who is a lipo specialist. He seems to be the most normal of the three.
I was going to say, he seems to be the most, yeah,
the most normal, but not quite normal. He's doing Laura, you know Laura of Laura and Eve, yeah? He's doing her, he's doing her lipo surgery, right? And also, Louis asked if he's a good candidate for lipo, right? And then David Amron is like, yeah, you know, you are. Which, of course, he's going to fucking say that, yeah? And then he asked the doctor if he's ever had lipo, and he says no. But I'm just like...
But the doctor's like, no, because it's a lot.
I don't need it.
That. Yeah, he's like, I know, like, if I just lose weight, I'll be fine. And that actually, and it would be the wrong decision to do lipo on me. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, so everybody has fat pockets. You're the only one that doesn't.
But this is the thing. And I was like, for you to say that, yeah, and not then say to Louis, like, oh, have you tried working out? Like, you know what I mean?
He's selling the product here. What's the point of saying that?
That's what I'm saying. But then it's like, you could...
Louis gets marked up, and it's just so funny. Like, there's nothing wrong with Louis, but it's just the way, like, this is what I mean about him and his so, social cues. Like, he's just there. Like, it's like a kid. It reminded me of when a kid goes, I literally wrote, it's like when a kid goes to the doctors, and the doctor's like, okay, like, move your arm, do this. That's what he looked like. He's just there with his top off.
So, like, unassuming. Yeah. Just like...
Nah, you've got to love Louis, man.
Yeah, fam. Do you know what? I didn't think that. I thought this was just for the documentary, but then he books himself in for lipo.
But you know what? I rate that because what's all you?
I rate it so much, but it shocked me.
Yeah,
you have to feel. It took me on a journey. I was like, no way.
I mean, I wish I could. You know, I wish I could do a documentary on lipo. Do a lipo documentary. Get lipo. Fucking hell.
I was looking at it and I was like, huh.
It's so interesting the way the fat... And you think to yourself, I know how long I have to sweat in the gym to get less than a drop of that fat out. And they just suck it out. Yeah, I don't mind if I do. Like...
This is what I'm saying. I understand why people do these things. And it's presented like it's so easy and so whatever. When he was on that bed with the drains and stuff, I was like...
This is gross.
Infection can occur at any point.
Yeah.
So Laura has a breast lift with implants, and she also has an eyebrow lift. And I'm sorry, that surgery for the eyebrow lift was terrifying. Terrifying.
They put like a bulb thing in her
fluid and stuff. It was like her forehead was protruding. I was like, no way.
I'm sure when she watches that back, she'll be like, what the fuck did I do to myself? But this babe, I thought the eyebrow
lift was just a cheeky like. Meow.
This babe did not need a boob job. Like, yeah, her boobs are big, so they're going to have a natural... They were really big already, and then they put implants in them.
It's not a sag.
Like, they put implants in her boobs that were already big.
Yeah.
It's like me coming and saying I'm getting implants.
Fam, hear Eve saying, oh, well, while we're in there, we might as well add some. Why? We don't have to add anything. Well?
And you're acting like, they're not adding cost to adding. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Eve? Might as well.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's actually wild. And Eve has so much to say for someone who's not even doing the surgery. Because it's like, you're not even saying, be careful. Are you sure? Blah, blah, blah.
Stuff.
No, but as in this particular one, you're actively pushing her in. If something happens to her, what are you going to say?
It was insane.
And take your 2K and go.
And then also the documentary made it seem like she did all this stuff in one day. And I was wondering, was it really one day or was it over a period of time? I don't know. Maybe though, because if they're putting her under general anesthesia, it's probably best to just do it all in one rather than putting her under more than one time. Because there's risks involved with that as well. So we're back with Adriana. She's had a nose job and it looks really good. Yeah.
It looks really, really good.
Because I think her old nose was broken or something.
Yeah, do you know when I was a child, I used to want a nose job so bad, but I didn't want like a nose job, like I didn't want plastic surgery. So I used to be, oh my god, it'd be so good if I could like break my nose, and then they'd have to, not like I personally break my nose, but if my nose was broken, and then I'd have to fix it via surgery.
Plastic surgery, but you said you didn't want plastic surgery.
What? You said when I was a kid.
Yeah. Did you want plastic surgery?
I didn't want plastic surgery because I was told it was bad. But
but you were thinking if it was forced plastic surgery.
So I was like, I was like, if I had an accident and my nose broke, then I'd have to do surgery. And then it's like, while you're there, why not just make it a little,
But your nose suits you. This is what I mean. Like,
but I feel that way about you. Exactly.
You have a big, you have a small whatever nose, yeah? Nah.
I have a small nose.
No, I said you with one.
So you're telling me I have a big nose?
Girl, bye. You say to yourself,
it's all coming out now.
Nah, but your nose suits you. You with a
it suits me because it's the nose that you've seen me with.
Nose.
In the same way that your nose suits you because it's the nose I've seen you with. If I met you with a smaller nose, I would just be like, oh, that's Florence with that's just her nose.
Yeah, but I don't know. When I contour my nose, I'm like, this could be my life.
I don't know. Like, I don't think I would do anything to my face. Like, I love it too much. Like, it's too precious. It's something wrong with my face.
If I get wrinkles, I'm doing a pow pow pow. You think I'm gonna be a raisin?
Botox?
Yeah.
I feel like Botox is a bit safer.
And then if it ever comes to it, I would do a facelift. Do you know what they do to
do a nose job?
I don't know about a nose job, but if it ever comes to it, I'll do a facelift.
I wouldn't do facelift. Do you know how the recovery time of that, bro? That's a mad. Have you seen them do? Have you watched a facelift before?
I've watched a facelift, but I don't care.
Okay. Can you move your camera? I can't see you properly. I can only see half your face. Thank you.
Yeah, I genuinely do not care. But to be honest, I don't think I'm good. Like, my mum looks good, So, my dad has wrinkles, but that's because he barely does anything to his face. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, her surgery looks good though. Like, her nose job looks good.
Yeah.
And then she gets a breast lift on one breast.
Do you know what's funny? Because Dr. Linda's saying, she needs lifts and stuff. And I'm like, hun, aren't these the tits you did? Why are they all...
Thank you very much. It's so incredible to me how, like, they don't look at these surgeons like, oh, you could have done better, or like you did something wrong.
It's like,
oh yeah, you're the one who's going to fix it. Okay, but for it to be fixed,
they did something wrong. How can you do... Because it had barely been how many months since she did that, and it's already sagging. Yeah. And then you're saying, you're going back to the same guy. Girl, in a world where you can be anything,
that you work with.
BFFR.
It's very fucking strange. So, Louis, again, love him. He asked Dr. Linda, is there a point at which a patient should stop having surgeries? And then Linda's kind of like, oh, we don't see too many of those. And it's like, babes, Adriana has had 1 million surgeries. Yeah? Even in the time that we're filming this documentary, she's had multiple surgeries, yeah?
I need it.
And it's like, Louis, like...
I mean, women care about how they look in the United States. I'm not sure how they care if they look how they in London. They may not care about their appearance, but they hell do in this city. So anyway, headlight off. Yeah, go Brits.
He's basically like, oh, I don't know about you, man, in London, yeah, but in America we care about how we look.
This escalates so quickly that I think
he's
there's
so
stuff we
defensive.
Don't see. Or I don't know, because he's so defensive.
So defensive. So he's so weird. Like, it's just like, and this is the thing, Louis is not even asking in an antagonizing way.
He's genuinely like,
listen, like, this appears to be this, and so I'm asking about this. You've agreed to be filmed for a documentary. No one said they were going to blow smoke up your ass the whole time, yeah? He's asking you questions, and any normal person with an ego intact would be able to say, you know, I see where you're coming from. I just don't think that's the case here.
Yeah.
He was losing it. He's literally unraveling.
And then after he finishes his rant, he's like, hit the lights off. Yeah, go Brits. Like, I'm like, are you on crack or
I was like,
meth? What? Which one is it? Because you are moving mad.
I was like, I already from the beginning, I was like, there's something off about this guy. Yeah. And then when that happened, I said, ding, ding, ding.
And then Louis comes out and tries to like fist bump him. And he's like, no, I'm American. We're normal. We shake hands. I was like, sir, this is
you could tell that either he was like bullied in high school and like was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the bully now.
Yeah.
Or like
his ego he seems like the kind of guy whose ego needs to be constantly straight. He seems like the kind of guy that like when you have sex with him, he wants you to say his name and tell him he's so big. Yeah. Like his ego is fragile. Yeah. And it's crazy. And this is one thing I love about documentaries as well, is that they're just there forever. So we're almost 20 years, 16 years after this documentary was made, and like this lives forever. Yeah. Now we hate you, and just when you got your reputation back, new people hate you. Because they've just discovered the doc.
So Louis gets lipo. I think here we see Louis' booty. He's so cute. Not his booty.
Nah, we see him in a thong.
Cute. Yeah, down.
That surgical thong is etched in my mind. Like him in that thong. Oh my god!
I was like full frontal nudity.
Like, sir, you could have waxed.
Leave Louis alone.
I love him, but like the bush was like. Whoa.
Do you think that Louis is a waxer? Is that what you think for him?
I don't think so. But if I knew, then my cooch was gonna be out like that. I would.
And that's how many times did we discuss Louis?
And that's why I said to you, I love him because he just doesn't care.
He doesn't give a heck.
But
I don't think he realizes that there's a heck that he could give.
That is the thing. What I think, but that's what every other person would. If it was, like any other person would be like, don't film this or cover this. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna stand here. The bush is gonna be out, and it is what
my
it is.
ass is gonna be out.
Yeah,
but you can see that he's nervous, you know, and he's doing this for us. I feel. Yeah. And Louis, we love and appreciate you. Okay. I do love how like the surgeon is describing everything to Louis.
Yeah,
it seems to be really helping him to understand what's going on, right, and to kind of calm his nerves. But he's
it's wild because this
nervous.
guy's like chiseling away, and Louis like asking some deep questions.
Fam, I was like, he's like, oh, how does it feel? Basically, like you're not really saving lives, kind of thing.
You're obviously a talented doctor, and you could have chosen any branch of any specialism to go into. And some people would say, you know, that this is, of the things you could be doing, it's a relatively, what we should relatively superficial thing to focus on.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, are you trying to... If this was Linda, Linda would have stabbed him in the heart or some shit with the cannula.
Said it was an accident. Like,
and said, whoops.
He was vigorously chiseling away at this fat, and you're there asking him deep meanings of the job he does, and that was
Don't you wish you did something with like more meaning? They took out bare fat. We see it. Louis says goodbye to the fat. Okay. So now Louis back with Dr. Tugay and Adrian, formerly known as Adolf, who was getting the arm implants. Remember him? Okay. It looks shit. Yeah. But he's happy. So who am I to judge? Okay.
And you know what? Maybe that was a style back then. Like, I think now...
No, it's laughable, man. It's so shit. Because basically, the whole reason he wanted to do the arm implants is because of the breasts. Sorry, the pecs, and he wanted symmetry.
Maybe this plastic surgery... what do they call the doctor's office thing?
Consultation.
Consultancy. Or whatever it's called. Your practice.
The practice.
Maybe it's a front for the Russian mafia. Who knows? Okay, I'm all here judging. Maybe there's a
but they're actually doing the surgery though. So how do you explain that?
Still, he's doing it with all Russians though. Did you see any other person? It's all like all the his patients were rash.
Yeah, because maybe but maybe they're just pro-Russian and they want to go to a Russian doctor. Would you not want to go to a black doctor?
No, I would. So I'm just telling you, it could also be a front from because what else is a logical reason that practice is still up and running when people are coming in for pectoral implants and leaving with breasts? You tell me since you got your fancy degree and you know everything. Because I'm trying to tell you this is the only thing and you're telling me something else. Like, it's plain. Or you would go to a flipping plastic surgeon that looks like that. Because you're going to say to yourself, if you felt comfortable with your face being like this, what the fuck are you going to do to me? So it has to be, okay. This is a very scary time to be saying this when there's a war in Ukraine with Russians. But I'm telling you, like, I am willing to die speaking the truth. That is definitely a front for the Russian mafia. Like, I'm not having any...
No,
2 people.
Honestly, yeah.
No other. Have you noticed that none of the other plastic surgeons had 2 people go to them, and they are 20 times better? We only saw one patient has had 2 people go to him. You come in for pecs and you leave with B cup breasts. Nah. In a world where you can be anything, B for effing real, or B. What does my mum say? B for FF real. Like,
no, do you know what? Yeah. You have to really question the judgment of everyone involved.
This is what I'm
saying. If I see my surgeon, and my surgeon tells me that he thinks that, as in him, looks okay, yeah?
Then what's he going to do to me?
I have to wonder, what do you think is going to be okay for me? Nah. It reminds me of, you know, Love is Blind, yeah? When it was Irina and Bliss, yeah? We're going to do a credit share, but when Irina and Bliss... what's his name?
Fighting for Zach, yeah.
And Irina and Bliss said to Zach, fam, if you choose
this girl,
Irina, yeah,
it shows
then I know what your judgment is saying, yeah.
And that's where we're at here.
If you look like that, Chige, then I know what your judgment is saying, and I don't want you touching any part of my body.
I'm telling you, it's a front. It's a front,
mate. But Adrian, he says he's done with surgery now, yeah, and he goes through everything that he's had done.
If you count everything together from the top of the eye, the bottom of the eye, the cheek implant, the whole facial filler, the chest implant, the tummy tuck, the liposuction, the biceps. Besides $50,000, it also costs a lot of pain.
50 bags.
50K.
That is a deposit and some change. Actually,
50K.
Not change in this economy, but definitely a deposit.
50K. It's not even like you 50K. And you've got a BBL like Drea's, yeah? 50K.
That you can then monetize off of. You ain't making no money from that shit that you've got.
You're even losing money, I'm sure. Because who's hiring you?
I'm not going to hire you if you have that kind of plastic surgery. Because I'm going to think you make poor decisions. And I don't want you working for me if you're going to make those poor decisions. You're unhinged. Like,
do you know what? We go back to the whole, like, therapy is necessary, yeah? Because Louis is kind of like, you know, do you really look that much better? Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it, yeah? And Adrian goes into the whole, like, being told he was ugly by his stepfather his whole life. And Louis is like, what about therapy? And Adrian admits that, you know, he did go to therapy. And it's like, cool, I get it, you know, 2 things can be true. You can have therapy, you can have surgery. And to me, it's not so much that he had surgery, it's that he had shit surgery and so much of it. That's where I have concern for Adrian. Mate. Now we see Louis' lipo results. He looks really good.
Yeah.
He looks so cute. And now it's time for Laura's results, okay? Drum roll, please.
Oh my God. This
whole
looks good. Scene, yeah. I died
She looks good, yeah.
I died from secondhand embarrassment.
It was cringe as fuck. The thing is, she looks good, but also she's just wearing clothes that fit her and she has her hair done for the most part.
Right,
like, that's all it is.
All that lipo she got at the side, yeah, you can't even see it because the dress skims on her body, which is what she should have fucking bought.
Should have just done in the first place. Exactly.
Yeah, her boobs are sitting without a bra, but she could have achieved that with some boob tape. And your boobs are not meant to be under your chin anyways, naturally.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you could have actually just like worn something that fit.
And there was nothing wrong with her face. You're not always meant to look surprised. Like,
yeah.
And then she got some highlights. She could have done that without this plastic surgery.
Thank you. She could have. I just feel like, in any case, I just feel like you should start with the least invasive thing first.
Yeah.
And then you work your way from there, you know? So, she...
Eve is literally so wet. Like, she's like, yeah, this is my creation. I'm wet for it. I'm horny for it.
She's a fucking weirdo.
So weird.
She's a weirdo. So earlier we spoke about Laura and her ex. Yeah, it turns out his name is Brian, and he's coming to see her. He lives in the same building, just a different floor.
Before we even get there, yeah, Eve is saying to Laura like, "Oh, you look amazing." Like she's stopping traffic now, and she never used to do that. Like, what the fuck? She's like, "Fuck off." Like fuck the fuck, like fuck
you're basically
off.
Just like it's like Eve's idea of image consulting is tear you down and then get you to have surgery and then build you back up again. Because honestly, like what, and then kick you back down so then next time you can tell her to do something else. Because why would you say, oh yeah, before you were an ugly fucking bitch and now you're pretty? Because she wasn't even ugly.
Literally, and she
just wasn't. She just wasn't well put together.
Literally, and she just says that they're like, she feels like she's stepping into true identity. They're beautiful people everywhere, and now she's one of them.
Okay, girl. My biggest issue with Laura, though,
she looks like that. I made a note. She looks like the woman from Will and Grace. Do you know the one that's married to Ron Swanson?
Tammy.
Yes.
Yeah, Karen in Will and Grace.
I can't remember her name in Will and Grace.
The short one with the squeaky voice.
Yeah, that's who she looks like.
Yeah, I guess they could be sisters.
Yeah.
What bothers me though more than this whole like Eve situation is this Brian, her ex situation. Yeah, fam.
I think she did the surgery for Brian. You know.
No, 100%.
I think he said something to her,
and she said, "Fine, I'm gonna be sexy, and you're gonna want me back." But instead of saying, "I'm gonna be sexy, you're gonna want me back, and I'm not gonna take you back," you've just fallen back into his arms.
Or just being fucking cool with whoever you are, like, and be like, "Cool, you don't want me, I'ma do me." Like, what
that wasn't going to happen. She had Eve on her side. I think if Eve was a different person, because Laura seemed to me to be very malleable. She was going to go whichever way the wind blew. Whichever voice was the loudest, because she didn't really have one for herself.
She is most likely to join a cult.
Yes.
More likely than me.
Yes. But it's just sad that Eve is the person that was around her, because she could have been around someone better and learned to actually rate herself and love herself. And even if she did eventually get surgery, it wouldn't have been because of Brian.
Yeah. But it seems like Ryan told her that she needed surgery or something, or maybe he cheated on her with a girl that looked a certain way or something like that,
or made a comment about, or made her feel less than because of her looks.
Then they broke
somehow.
up. Then she hit up Eve, and Eve was like, "Oh yeah, we can get you that, and you're gonna get your man back."
That was the point. That was the whole thing. Then in the end, like, he comes to see her, and he's saying, "Yeah, she looks great," and like now they can get back together
and take their relationship to the next level. And then Laura starts crying because Brian is happy. I give a fuck.
Girl, stand up. I literally was like, stand up, Laura.
BFFR.
So Louis has a checkup for his lipo. Louis, he likes it. He likes the results, but he feels guilty that he didn't work out for it. I said, bro, the damage is done. You've got the results.
Let's move forward. I get what
move back.
I get what he means, because like when I obviously during the wedding lost all the weight, and now like gym, blah blah blah, there is a like
a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, like even when I go to the gym, like I haven't been doing it on it that long since the wedding, but even when I go, right, I can feel myself getting stronger every time. Like I'm able to do things I didn't think I could do, right? And
which is good.
And there's a sense of like, but if I just went, and I know if I did like surgery, I would be paying for it, so it's still my money. I still had to work in a certain way for that body, but I don't know. I get what he means.
But my point is that like it's not as if like he tried to go to the gym and then he gave up and went and did lipo, and he feels like, oh, I could have tried harder. He was never going to the gym. He didn't really care about what he looked like. He did lipo for us.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, bro, what are you feeling guilty about? It's not like you tried. It's not like it was bothering you.
I guess he's
from what he told us anyway,
because it was a social experiment, but he still likes the way he looks, which
that's what I think it was. Vanity. It was like, oh shit, I'm one of them. I'm literally the person I'm reporting about.
Yeah, my granddad used to say everything is vanity upon vanity.
It is. That
was so annoying when he would say that, because you would just be living your life doing you, and he's telling you that it's vanity. Like,
but it is.
Sir,
ain't nothing wrong with little vanity. So the surgeon, Dr. Amron, is basically saying, exercise wouldn't have helped, and Louis thinks it would have, which is just a contradiction, because you told us earlier that you didn't need lipo because exercise would help you.
Yeah, but so you're telling me that my fat, perfect being.
Yeah, my fat is so much more than yours.
He said
like,
that
you're not
Louis
some
has
trim Jim.
Stubborn pockets, but I guess he doesn't. So.
He doesn't have any stubborn pockets. Okay, all right then. So the documentary ends with Louis running on the beach. Topless. He says plastic surgery makes us feel inadequate, and he has mixed feelings about his lipo. He's happy with the result, but feels like he caved into convention and lost a little part of him. Well, he lost a lot of part of him because all the fat is gone, and that's what he lost. And I think that Louis should just be like, you know what? Got me some lipo, got a great documentary, keep it pushing. Yeah. You know?
This documentary is akin to the one where, like, they were having orgies and he was just in the pool. Have you watched that one?
In the corner.
He was literally in the pool with them and they were having this orgy around him. I need to watch that documentary again.
And it's like, he didn't even seem like he was aroused at all. It's like watching animals in the wild.
I said to you that because it's not like, these are not like, how do I explain it? You can't pretend to be this way. This is how he is, and how he is.
Oh no, 100%.
Is to ignore completely ignore social cues, and it's amazing. Like, it's so funny
to watch. Yeah,
because like, even the curiosity, like, oh, what are these people doing? He was literally just in the pool with his glasses, looking around. Like, he didn't even like. Nah, Louis is a different. Yeah,
he's my fave, man. I love him so much.
Louis for PM.
Louis, honestly. But now it's time for
the real crime, I think, was the beard.
Our segment where we focus on something during the documentary that may not be criminal, but we definitely consider to be a crime.
Have
you got one?
Yeah, mine is, please, like, I just want to speak to the Russian mafia. Like, I feel like if you want to use different things as fronts, just don't use plastic surgery practices.
Or just invest a bit more into the surgery.
Because this is really unfair. These are people's lives. And now these people are running around with B cups and these
calling them pecs,
right? And like, even with the the abdominal whatever's that they had gotten here, they still had a lot of loose skin, so it wasn't.
He had a tummy tuck, but like the scar was in the middle of his tummy. I've never seen a tummy tuck like that. I was like, what did he put it from the bottom and then put it from the top and then meet in the middle? I ain't never seen that in my life.
Look, I'm gonna Google this Dr. Chugo and see if he's still about, because and if he is, I'm gonna report him for crimes against humanity.
Did he take the hypocrites?
Like, chow. That is my crime. Him and his whole practice.
I had a few. I think the real crime, I think, is how old these people look compared to their age. Yeah. The real crime, I think, is that there were no lower thirds, but 2007, so I might allow it, yeah. And then the real crime, I think, was when Louis is having lipo, but before he has the lipo, like when they're doing the pictures and stuff, he has to hold the board with his name, and they spell his name wrong.
Oh, I didn't clock.
They spell it Louie, and I was like, have I been spelling Louis Theroux wrong this whole time? So I looked at the title of the thing, and I was like, okay, they're not going to spell it wrong on the BBC. And I was like, they spelled his name wrong. How unfortunate.
You know, he's cousins with Justin Theroux, that was married to Jennifer Aniston.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This world is the size of my thumb.
Their dads are brothers.
That's wild.
But I think Louis is more likeable.
Why don't I have any famous cousins?
Probably do, you just don't know. We're all related somehow.
It's true. There's bare cousins I don't know about.
Yeah, we're all related somehow. Or you can be the famous cousin. Amen.
Please. Anyway. Next we are doing a credits episode. We're going to cover Love is Blind.
Boy, do I have some words.
Honestly.
Boy.
Sure do. So yeah, if you have not watched it, catch up.
Spoiler alert, everyone's stupid.
Yeah, and we can discuss.
Episode done.
But yeah, that's it for today. Wow, you're really back in that shards.
It's hitting me.
Yeah, love that for you.
Mate.
You can find us everywhere. 2 Girls 1 Doc. On TikTok, it's 2 Girls 1 Doc podcast. Where can the people then find you?
TikTok, Foreign's the Foodie. Instagram, Foreign's the Foodie. I made a really good satay noodle, so go check that out.
I love that. Right then, till next week. Bye.
Bye. Do you know, like, drinking water helps with your vaginal secretions?
Yeah, it helps with everything.
If not, you're gonna be a dry pussy gal. So
how did we get here?
I remember when somebody was telling me, like, probiotics help with your coochie, And I was like, this box is already magic. Imagine if I take probiotics.
Imagine what it could be.
I've been swallowing that shit. When my man comes, it's on and popping.
But apparently probiotics is good because it helps with like period bloating as well.
I don't know, man. I think whatever's going on in my gut is serious because...
Why are you lactose,
celiac, oil, whatever.
Oh yeah, because you're doing the gluten thing as well, isn't it?
I'm not doing it. It's a disease that we all live. Actually, can you please respect us? You said I'm doing it.
The gluten-free thing.
I'm not doing a gluten-free thing. This is my life. This is my real life. Like
this is my life.
This is my life. Can we all BFFR? Like
so, babe. So what happens when you eat gluten? Then you get really bloated.
I had the crispy onions yesterday. My stomach was
There's gluten in that as well.
The coating, even when you go to restaurants and you have
it's like breaded.
Sweet. It's not breaded, but it's like breaded. But when you have sweet potatoes and it's crunchy. Because I used to wonder why when I make it at home it's soggy and all floppy like a limp penis.
Yeah.
But
what do they do?
When you go to the thing, it's erect, isn't it? There's this coating they put on it, and it makes it crunchy, and that's what's on crispy onions, and it's full of gluten.
That's probably why it's so good though.
Oh, gluten is delicious. Honestly, I had some on my salad. It wasn't even that much. My stomach was so...
Why did you do that to yourself when you know?
Because it's like lactose. You just know this is good. I'm going to firm it.
Okay, you just firm it, yeah.
My stomach was so round and hard.
So how am I supposed to take your disease seriously if you don't take it seriously?
I do take it seriously. There's some things I'll avoid. Like, there are 2 things I'll never eat again. Couscous and bulgur wheat. Those 2, like, with the...
I was eating that anyway.
No, with the crispy onions, it's really a lot more like... Do you remember when I came to your house and I was sleeping...
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Do you remember? And I was eating so much, and I didn't realize.
No, that's because you had
the pretzel,
those peanut things.
Yes, because I was saying to you, like, the tiredness I'm feeling, the way it is when you have when I have gluten, like if I have a lot of it, it's like when you take Piriton and
you're drowsy.
It's not even tired; it's drowsy. And I had bare of those pretzel things, but I didn't realize it had gluten. And that's when I was like, "Gee, something's wrong. Like, let me go and check this." And then I checked, and I was like, "Oh yeah." But with crispy onions,
and then you proceeded to pass out.
Yeah, with crispy onions, you're never gonna eat that much to get to that point. So what I'll get is really smelly farts and poos, and then a very bloated stomach. But
it's like period farts though.
I don't know about my period farts. Actually, don't smell because
period farts.
On my period, I poo so much that there's nothing in the fart.
Yeah, but the period poos are amazing though.
I don't know, man. It's all too slimy and the whole thing is gross, man.
It's because you're doing pad life. That's why.
I've stopped. I'll have you know.
Are you a tampon babe?
Yeah, second day I'm a tampon babe because I will leak if I'm not. For some reason, my periods are so heavy. No, I don't know.
Yeah, my periods have gotten so much heavier.
It's because do you know what it is? I genuinely believe, and I'm going to ask the doctor this. I think it's the older you get, your eggs are like, oh, you don't want to fertilize me. Okay, bye bye.
No,
I'm telling you the truth. Why else?
It's so funny. Have you watched The Jinx?
No.
The guy Robert Durst's always like, okay, bye bye.
Oh god. But yeah,
maybe that's what it is.
So,
maybe that's what it is.
Child, we need to fertilize those eggs ASAP. I just, like I said, I've said this many times, I just pray that it's the useless children that are going. Let it be the doctors, the lawyers, the children that won't give me headache. Let them remain. Let it be all the nonsense ones that are gone. The ones that will come and tell me they're vegan. I'm joking. Any vegan
I have no words. None.
Yeah.
Not a single one.
Tell you about BFFR and my mum.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I told you.
Of course you did.
No, because she has so many isms that it's hard to keep up.
Okay, let's get into this documentary, shall we? It's 10:05 p.m.
Yeah. I ain't got work tomorrow, so I was
going to say, some of us have work in the morning, okay?